Well, morning. I am happy to be here. I'm trying to help myself. I don't even know if I am out there live, but I am really trying to help myself here. So, guys, let me know if you're there. I'm going to go to Facebook to see whether or not we are here. Hopefully, we're here. Dr. Joni, if you're out there, please, you know how to get into this space. Come join me now. Leo is somewhere on the island and he seems to be having a difficulty connecting. Michelle is unavailable for this morning. She has some family matters that she has to address. And I can't find a way. Anyway, let me try and see if we're really out there. So let me tell, just in case anybody else is trying, that I have found a way around. I have so much to talk about. Left, right, and center, from England right over back to Jamaica. We have so much to talk about. I am so if anybody have my phone number, let me know now if we're on. But you never get a message that say we're streaming. So how would I be on? When I'm supposed to get a message saying streaming live. I'm not getting nothing with streaming live. Anyway, let me go on and pretend to be on. So we have so many things to talk about. We're gonna talk about matters in England. I have to talk about matters in the US. Lots and I have so much issues. And then I'm going to have to get to my own issues in Jamaica. Jamaica issues and then my issues in Jamaica. So we have all of those things to talk about. Yes, and I had a post on Facebook that I see people still talking about. And yes, I am going to talk about that because let me tell you, if it's one thing made me mad this week, it really got under my skin, made me so pained, so really pained. People, am I talking to myself? Let me see. No, not talking to myself. Look at me out there live for true. So let me see how me get into the chat. Dr. Joni, where are you? Please come rescue me. Help me. Let me see the chats. Okay, so I'm here. Oh my gosh, I'm on. Thank you very much for telling me. Diana Johnson says, good morning, Diana. Thank you so much. Don Hall says, yes, you're here. Yes, what a good thing that we can chat. I'm going to do just today chat. Millicent Gardner says, Atlanta here. Yay, Atlanta in the house. Hey, Millicent, where in Atlanta are you? I'm an Atlanta girl too, you know, so I have to ask them questions. Dan Bryce said, yes, you are on. So me see me fine, you know. Dana Jen said, we're seeing you. Peter Gay said, hi, Dr. Dana, you're live on Facebook. Yes, me one out here, me and Uno. So we're going to have a fine time up in here. Good morning from Little Rock, Arkansas. Really costly, Edwards, tell me about that. What took you to Little Rock? It's not a very popular place for we, but I'm happy to see that you're here. Why look like me all freeze? I hope me not freeze. Oh, Fayetteville, you're out in Fayetteville. Fayetteville is closer. Okay, I know Fayetteville. Johnny says, I wish I could. I'm at an appointment. Oh boy, oh, Dr. Jody. Hurry up and get away from your appointment. But anyway, I know you would if you could. So thank you very much. So guys, let me go on this now. So we're going to start with the news over in England. What a piece of pricky over in England. So pricky now. And I'm reading from, is which one? The Guardian. And the Guardian's article says, from fighter to quitter, the weird rise and fall of Liz Truss. After the shortest ever term as Britain's Prime Minister, how did a politician who spent 12 years in government, including in many key roles, make such a historic mess of the top job? Good question. It may not have been the most troubling feature of Liz Truss' premiership, but the need to check whether she was still in office was a gathering distraction for anyone, including her cabinet colleagues, interested in who was running the country. A month ago, after disastrous main budget, no one was sure if she would survive until the next election. Thereafter, the time frame rapidly narrowed until the question was whether she would last the day. Oh my gosh. There was a brief holiday from reality during the party conference in Birmingham when the ship had already hit the iceberg Titanic. And yet, as a surreal atmosphere of denialism, the band played on. But on Thursday, 6 days after she had been forced to sack her soulmate as chancellor, and the day after Home Secretary whoever Braverman resigned, she got the answer. But how did a politician with 12 years experience in government, almost 10 of them in the cabinet, someone who had survived as foreign secretary, international trade secretary, justice secretary, environmental, come to such a historic mess in the top job? You know, guys, I don't have no answers and we can probably speculate about it, but there is a principle in management, in leadership, that is called the Peter Principle. And what it is said that you get promoted to your highest competence, and then thereafter you are a disaster. And I probably want to suggest that Liz probably was just Peter Principle. She is an excellent cabinet maker, but and an excellent manager, but she doesn't excellent managers don't always make excellent leaders. And excellent leaders are not always excellent managers. So probably we have seen a live case study that Liz is just not a great leader. She's an excellent manager. She will perform utmost in those duties, but she's just not the leader. What are your thoughts on it? I was a little bit disappointed on some other things because me not tell you no lie. If me was Liz, me da call an election. Me da just call an election. I already know why me go make we call an election. But she didn't do that. So I suppose she's a better person than I am. And then again, I probably thought of that because I had a rough week and I was really kind of mad too. So I probably wouldn't have called the election. I'd probably do the right thing like Liz has done to say, okay, I'll step aside. Well, why should I say she'll step aside and take some more time, like how Boris did take extra time? Anyway, we see. All right, let me go back to my messages. Yes, Peter Gay, Joni, Kazi says, good morning from Little. Okay, yes, Kazi, I may ask you how you reached down there. Joni, yes, that was the last one. Sharon Dick Stevens says, good morning from CT. I take it that's Connecticut. Hey, Sharon, morning, how you do? Diana Bryce says, love Fayetteville. She's in love with Fayetteville. Cool. Oh, property price down there. Don Hall, you're fine. You're not free. Oh, okay, me not freezing. Freezing. For a minute, I thought you were talking about Florida because I hear that you have some weather down in Florida. Everybody will draw a coat. Is it still on? Are you still having a cold front or a cold week? I hear the weathers are dropping. The temperatures were dropping in Florida. Is it still? Dan Bright says, tuning in from Canada. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for being here. Where in Canada are you? Canada freezing yet? And Paul, Irish, living in London. Okay, Paul, Ryan, a very Irish name, Ryan. In fact, I have a host guest, and she's Irish. She's a nun. She's Sister Una O'Connor, a very Irish name. She's 90 years old. And in fact, she's the founding president of the Catholic College of Mandeville. We're celebrating 30 years of existence next year. And so we have graduation this weekend. In fact, tomorrow graduation exercise. And she's joining as my guest for the exercise. So I have her here. So see, identify with the Irish around here. Hi, Sister Una, if you ever get around to watching this video. Peter Gay says, look like Boris is in line to take. Oh gosh, no, don't look here. Peter Gay, don't even go there. No, no, no. Don't say that. Don't run them kind of joke there. Don't run them joke there. I hope not. But personally, I don't have no vote around there. But what may I tell you? Me hope not. Oh, I must go YouTube now. Shooks. I have to figure out a way. Laughable. Really laughable. Whole but things too laughable. Joni, so glad you made the distinction, Dr. Diana. There's an assumption that every manager is a leader, which is far from the truth and very unreal. Exactly. So unrealistic. Yes, we're having a cold front in Florida. Marisol Lopez, oh, never mind. Hush. And send like a hot chocolate for you and 2 flitters. Leaders rise to the occasion. Managers are paid. Yep. Joni, spot on. All right, guys, I need to run over to YouTube. Give me a minute. Let me figure that out now. YouTube. Okay, so I am going to run to YouTube here and see. Oh, what we can do that part on my phone. What do you think? Give me 2 minutes. Let me not so. May I try multitask? May I go on like me a leader? I do many things same time. Okay, guys, so we need to offer some prayers for Michelle. She's with her mom today. They're running some tests and she's hopeful. Her mom is in good spirit, but you know, we can't pray too much. We can't ask her too much. Wait, I only want somebody that on YouTube and watch me. And I must see me one. Oh, BM Slop, me the one that way there from me never see you on Facebook. So Slop says, good morning, Dr. Diana. Good morning, darling. You almost disappoint me. I only one no more single dege somebody on Facebook. Please, people, go to Facebook. I need more people to be on Facebook too. All right, so I'm back here again, multitasking. So working hard, you know, when you want. Looks like Boris. Oh, we didn't read that. Cold front, the palm phone and tail. Okay, so Cosby's going to tell me about where he's in Little Rock. You live near the Clinton them or where they come from? Dano, we reached down here years ago and I moved from Pennsylvania to go to law school. After law school, I decided to stay and had a reasonable law. What is a reasonable? You had a great law career. What are you talking about reasonable? Anywhere we Jamaicans go is success. Yeah. So reasonable. This has been a great city for me. Okay, we're happy for that. You say you had a great legal career. So what you doing now? You retire, playing golf, gone skiing. What you do these days? Joni says, I'm sneaking and using my phone. They have messages all over this waiting room saying devices are banned. Shh, we're not going to talk. Nobody talk. Esop says, she did say she was not quitter. And then next thing she quit. Well, then probably just force her to quit. Then probably just so antagonistic and bad mind or then she probably just really realized, say, hey, she's not a quitter, but she's not a leader. So she probably hasn't quit. She's given up her role as a leader. She's given up her role as prime minister. Don't mean she quit. She still stayed in the fight. And you know, she'd have quit now. She'd have say, make a call an election for Ono Kuro around here and see what we don't have to lead and what we don't have to fight for. Then will I say, you go, girl. Then they're not killer. But sometimes we make these decisions. Sometimes it's just the way life is. People who usually on YouTube, was there a topic put up? Because I did ask for them to put a topic up, you know. Jacqueline Rose says, good morning. How are you doing? I am doing fine. I am here alone because Leo said that him on the road, him can't find no internet spot which good enough. Michelle has some other business to take care of, family business. And we're praying for her and her mom, praying for her for strength and praying for her mom for healing, whilst the doctors continue to make some more tests on her mom's health. So that is good. And I'm wearing my Jamaican shirt this morning. I'm going to put on my Jamaican shirt deliberately because I'm not feeling the love. Really not feeling the love right here in Jamaica. And it's hot too. So let me drink the water. Yes, yes, yes. We're drinking pure source of water. Ah, it's painful. Anybody like pure source of water? I hope I'm not sitting there and I'm not promote nobody water, but it really tastes good. I prefer this water. Okay. Next article. So we talk about poor Liz or Luz. What kind of Luz? Liz Truss. The next article I have to go on now is a CNN article out of the mighty America. Well, finally, January 6th committee announces it has sent a subpoena to who? On a favorite person. So they have sent a subpoena to the former president and friend of the people. And I said to myself, fake news. Fake news. But it's not fake news. I've seen it sufficiently to be convinced. According to CNN, and it is facts first, according to them, the January 6th committee announced it has sent a subpoena to former President Donald Trump. Make a read it. The House Select Committee investigating the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol announced on Friday that the panel has underlined officially sent a subpoena, end of underline, to former President Donald Trump as it paints him as the central figure in the multi-step plan to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election. You know, when you read something at school and the teacher said to you, read that again for emphasis and for clarity. And sometimes I think because something just don't sound right, you know, like it's inconsistent. Subpoenaing a former president about presidential elections that he is trying to overturn. It just don't sound right, right? So a teacher would make you read it again. So let me read it again. The House Select Committee investigating the January 6, 2021 attack on the Capitol, US Capitol, announced on Friday that the panel has, underlined, officially sent a subpoena, end of underline, to former President Donald Trump as it paints him as a central figure in the multi-step plan to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election. And I'll skip a paragraph, Trump's attorneys said Friday afternoon that they will review the subpoena and respond as appropriate to this unprecedented action. I like the word unprecedented action. And I like the fact that they have used it, that it's unprecedented action. But I wonder, what is the unprecedented action? The fact that the subpoena was served, one. The fact that the subpoena was served on a former president, two. The action that has been ascribed as the main figure in the multi-step plan, three. Or the intent, or as it would seem, to overturn the results of a presidential election. It's just so many things I'm trying to wrap my head about. What is the unprecedented action that they're talking about? Anybody do want to tell me which are the unprecedented action they're talking about? For I see so many unprecedented actions in that one sentence. It is crazy. Oh gosh. So Jackie, me said me, all right. Jackie, she said if her mom is sick, pray she gets well. Yes, I could pray. All of us sick, some we know, some don't know. So at least we know her mom is not doing so well and she needs prayers. But she's getting good treatment and they're running some great tests. Johnny says, I was hearing Liz's mistake was cutting taxes on the rich when people are struggling to make ends meet. Well, you know, I can understand that. But for too long, and now me gone off into something else, Lord, poor me. But to get to that though, Joni, this trickle-down economics that the high society has always advocated for, that if they ease up, then there is more money that the upper class is going to have trickle down to me. That don't make no sense for me. It never made any sense to me when I was in my econ class in high school. It never ever has made sense. How does trickle down economics work? You have the bulk of the people down at the bottom. You have the 1% or 2% up at the top controlling the 90%. And you hoping that something going to just trickle down. But if it's trickle down, it going to come so narrow, narrow, narrow. Why don't we flip the concept of it and have a trickle up where you enable the foundation, the masses of people, enough people, enable these to do them like an entrepreneurial venture, to take them little loans at good rates, give them tax breaks so that we don't have to pay no taxes on the little $5 million that we earn per year in Jamaica, and just see all the things that will be done. Then we're going to see an economy grow. This flipping trickle down, of course, that is Liz's problem. That was Liz's problem, practicing this trickle down in a world when people's social issues are just too much. Sure. Anyway, we don't talk about the presidential unprecedented action. So that was a mistake. Finally getting to the head of the snake. Can't mention, since last week time, Facebook cut me off for 10 minutes after I reached out to them asking if they saw anything inappropriate in my comments. Hush. Causely, him give me back the rest of the story now. I'm a retired legal profession and former judge. Oh, really? Yes, former judge. We're going to talk about a whole heap of things. Congratulations to having, gone that level of the profession. We're proud of you. I know spend a bit of time assisting some young people who are full of ideas. You see that, right, man? I do some consulting and sit on several boards as directors and advisors in some case. Coswell, you and Dr. Jody, want to come join my school board now? We need some people. Millicent says the insurrection is the unprecedented action. You think so? You think it's that them talking about? When his lawyers respond and them talk about the unprecedented action. Me and you see that as the unprecedented action, but do you think that's what they see as the unprecedented action? Okay. Jody is just, she says, I hit it on too many unprecedented actions assigned to this individual. Trickle down was always known as voodoo economics in the 80s. Voodoo. At least you'd have stand a better chance if it's voodoo. For it's we down here at the bottom would have been practicing it and trying to define what it is for me. I don't know that I want to mix up my voodoo with my trickle down economics, Dr. Joni. Think about it. Whoever called it voodoo economics? Was it because it's something that they were trying in Haiti and it didn't work and them aligned voodoo to Haiti, or them aligned voodoo to Black people? Dr. Joni, me now go down that street. Millicent says trickle-down effect has never worked. Exactly. Never. Instead, those in the middle class just about disappear. Which middle class? We used to have a middle class. All in Jamaica here, we can't afford kufum. Anyway, I'm going to get to all of that. Where are the comments? Where are the people who are supposed to be sharing the program so that more people can know that we are on? Uno, please share. And 5 people watching me on Facebook, and I only see VM Hesla one say, how they do. All right, fine. So where were we? Oh, Verona Thomas says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Miss Verona. Thank you very much for being here. George W. Bush was the one who coined the term voodoo economics. Is which one named George W? The little one or the father one? And why did he coin that term? What led him to such moment of seeming insanity? It almost tethers on being racist. It almost tethers on being classist. I would want to know why. Which one named W? I bet I lick a donks. Let me see. Good morning, Judes Brown. Good morning, my peeps. Good morning, Judes Brown. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you here. Oh, the little one. Me know him same on. Look here on the makeup in the mind. Millicent said the father named W. And you, cause they tell me say the little one. Which one was we have to go run a civics class for all of the American citizens? George W. Bush. Which one is that? The father or the son? Little one or big one? Younger or older? George W. Bush. Which one was, somebody Google it there for me. Who is George W. Bush? The father? And why did he come up with this voodoo economics? Okay. We know all I will get wrong in our class this morning, you know. Because Cosley says the little one. Millicent says is the father. Peter Gates says, I am waiting for the outcome. There has been too many subpoenas and unprecedented actions, and Trump is still at, then nothing yard. Him chilling down there, and him chilling too far Florida, a little bit cold this week. So him chilling his female yard. All right, because it says father was George H.W. Okay. Father is H.W. Bush, the son. Ah, so it's his son. So who ascribe it now? W. Bush. Big and sure. Anyway, always give Michelle sweetie, so make him go on. Son, sorry. Oh yeah, I apologize. We're gonna send you an article on Miss Millicent. Misinformation, fake news. George Herbert Walker Bush was the daddy. George W. Bush was the son. So I see W. Walker. Okay. Share, like, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Said it was what Democrats who wanted Americans to believe everyone would prosper. Okay, voodoo economics. Okay, that's when he said it. But him had to use the term voodoo. Why couldn't use an American term? I couldn't call it hamburger politics, or even though hamburger is not American. What is just truly American beyond the flag? You couldn't call it flag economics. Voodoo is racist. Was a term used in the debates with Al Gore to describe Gore economics plan. Oh gosh, would have probably further along if they didn't follow. Anyway, may that go on. So that's my story for the mighty America. What has happened in America? Oh my gosh, what has happened? Oh no, this morning on CNN, and they were doing a thing back in the Texas shooting thing, and they dismissed this Texas Ranger policeman or somebody who did in charge. And the man is telling the people them not to go into the space where the students were with the shooter. 300 police people over there now, and none of them going in because it's fine. So finally this group decide to breach, and he is telling them to stand down, stand down. You can hear the clip. And at the end of it, he's saying that he didn't know children were in there. Like, really? A school without children? So what would be in the school? What did they expect to find in there? The children had gone home? I don't understand. Some kind of inconsistent, but I try not to waffle all over the place. So make us not take, take on that. Boy. And then the document them that was done at the Florida house there. Want to see who for Secret Service information it was. It's not Jamaica's information. Country bigger than that. Two big country for them secret information was down there. What do you think? But I think our next and then throw it out. Oh gosh. Oy. All right, so we talk about America. We talk about England. Oh, I'm going to talk a little bit about further down a foreign because I'm going to tell you that the reggae girls, them get a tough World Cup draw. Bad. And this have to do with Australia and New Zealand because that's where they're going to be playing the World Cup. Is it just the FIFA Women's World Cup is going to be in Australia and New Zealand next summer, next sometime. So the Reggae girls will play France on July 23rd at Sydney Football Stadium. Who going? I would like to go. Then they're going to meet either China or somebody else on July 29th. But the first game for us, we get drawn in such a mighty zone. We're not really afraid of nobody, but good God, then couldn't make we start with somebody easier. And then we have to go play Brazil as if that's not bad enough. So on August 2nd, we have to go play. So July 23rd, we start off against France. Hopefully we beat them. Then we're gonna play somebody on the 29th. Hopefully we beat them too. Then if the gods are good to us and the weather is fine, we will get to play Brazil. Jamaica against the mighty Brazil. All right. Anyway, in 2019 is then we did open games. So I suppose we just back in the group. So Jamaica in zone group F. They wouldn't show me, they show me everything except Eolite. Why Jamaica news? Oh, so in group F we have France, Jamaica, and Brazil. In group E, so the gods are not good. United States of America, Vietnam, and Netherlands. And that's so like two subsidy teams where we could have beat. Instead, they have Jamaica, 3 professional senior team, Jamaica, France, and Brazil. And look at America. Something right? America, Vietnam, and Netherlands. Whoever here Vietnam I play, I hope they wild them around and just get to them good. Anyway, we're not quitters. We'll get eliminated, but we're not quitters. All right. Back to it, Voodoo economics. They should lock him up now before he run off to Russia. I mean, I know if Russia are going to take nobody, I know, from America. Courtney says, what is happening in the world, I believe, it's grinding to a slow end. All the preachers miss these current signs of the times. You think so? I don't know. The Bible speaks about signs of the times, but my grandmother did, she was lamenting signs of the times too anyway, and the times still here. But we could discuss that. We could look at signs of the times, how relevant. Are we any closer to the end? I suppose we'll be closer to the end simply because time has passed. But are we any closer to the end simply on the premise of what is happening around us? Have the preachers missed anything? You are assuming that the preachers have some supreme knowledge, or they are so in sync with God more than you and I are that they should recognize certain things. You assume that the preacher they even know what they might do. We could have definitely talk about that a little bit more. Voodoo went with the Willie Horton ads that scared everyone about the black man that would come after your wife and daughters if they are let out of prison by the Democrats, soft on crime. Oh, it's up here, black people in a prison. Why we have so much black men in prison? And then these black men, when the Democrats let them out, are going to beat up all the white people because I suppose them don't beat up black people. Who did kill George Floyd again? A black man? Let me see. Judge Brown says, thinking dollars, thinking dollars, thinking dollars, thinking dollars, and no sense, or no sense. Let me try and multitask a little bit and touch base back with some folks to see what is happening here. Okay. Wanna give me a minute. When I've gone quiet and I lose my voice. I'm just trying. Oops, now I need to get back to the YouTube. You notice how them call it YouTube, and they will call it YouTube. I see on Facebook that little girl who lost her life in Kingston's school there with her classmate. She was buried sometime during the course of the week. I saw that on Facebook. No, somebody sent. Let me save that for another time. Guys, I saw a video clip. So that is the Jamaica reggae girls. So we leave far now and we're coming back to the other news that I have. And this news is in today's paper. And it says, the headline from the Jamaica Observer, Jamaica will remain poor if, and it says, Senator Auburn Hill, Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, says businesses must move to expand and diamondize their products and services for export in order to help address the country's significant trade imbalance, or Jamaica will remain poor. I could read this many ways. Is this an admission that Jamaica is poor? Making his contribution to the State of the Nation debate in the upper house on Friday, Hill indicated that the conversation around exports must also be raised at the policy level. Who's at the policy level? Pointing out that the country has not experienced a trade balance in more than 50 years. He told the Senate that in 2021, $6 billion worth of products and services were imported, compared to the $1.4 billion, now $6 billion worth of goods and services coming to Jamaica, compared to $1 billion in exports. Under any calculation, and this is a quotation, quote, under any calculation, when you have that equation where you're creating less revenue than you're spending, it's gonna end up in trouble. One import item, fossil fuel, cost us $1 billion in 2021. That dwarfs the 1.4 billion that we export. That one single item, he points out. It's as if he just came into this knowledge. Isn't this amazing when they come into this aha moment as I don't know who used to call it aha moment. Them use it in leadership, them use it in all kind of sectors. But it's amazing. And I read the headline again because it really struck me that really somebody wake up, Jamaica will remain poor. So I'm saying one item, but this is the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce. I think a lot of the incentives or the plans or the strategy, and I keep reading the article, hoping to say, well, okay, this is the plan that he's getting to it, having given us some data for a change. Having given us the data now, tell me, how do we not remain poor? So he pointed out that for the first half of the year, 3.75 billion in goods and services were imported. 3.75 goods and services. So who import them things there for no money? A 34% increase in importations within the first half of the year, 6 months, while there was a mere 2.3% increase in exports, $801 million. Look at any equation. I mean, I need for the no equation. We can use simple maths and solve this. 34 minus 2.3. We could even round up the 2 against the laws of math to 3 to get an advantage. 34 minus 3. So we increase our importation by 34%, and we export 3%, 31%, double digit, triple digit, enough, circa digit. How much more is that? 33. That 100 more? No, because if it's 300 more is 6. If it's 200, then it's more than. This is how my maths get fuzzy. This is so tell now, where is the solution from? Because this is the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce. So having brought this to our attention, we're in dire straits. How do we fix it? Let me read. Let me find that part. The numbers are telling us that we're in a place of great need and distress. We need to export a lot more or remain poor, adding that not enough focus is given to dialogue around the imperative for economic growth. So where is it? Think about it. Every one of us here, when last you talk about British elections, you talk about American, Caribbean elections, you never talk about export. But why would I want to talk? I'm not in the business of export, and I am not the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce. Why would we talk about export? Where is the solution? Oh, he says here that while I'm here supporting businesses, I'm equally unapologetic about supporting consumers. Yes, to make sure that they who do not have the power, and the accountants and the lawyers that businesses are making and marketing managers get a fair share. Yeah, of what? Because the government, is going to set up a level, they're going to set, the government is going to set up a level playing field. But I think they play football on a level playing field. We already have level playing field. We all have good cricket pitch. There's a time when them used to lay the cricket pitch to facilitate the speed bowling. We level it now. We're fair. I love it. Oh, my father. Patricia Banshee, wake up here, no? Happy Sabbath, Dr. Diana. Happy Sabbath to you, Miss Pat. Good to hear you and see you. Courtney says, got to be. Everything is upside down, and we know to be right. There's no things that we know to be right. Things we knew to be right, there's no wrong. So many people are not willing to go back to work, but seem to find ways. But we're not going to work out here for people. People go to work in Jamaica, though. Millicent says, I keep listening for solutions. Here's a good drop off. Bad, sad message lacking any data and or incentives to raise. This week I read an article about GDP that said Jamaica is considered middle income, 1/20th of the US economy and 12 levels greater than Haiti. At least greater than Haiti. At least the data supporting that for us right now. But if we continue on this trajectory, and I never found a solution, there was none proposed except that the government is going to be creating a level playing field. Sometimes I yearn for solutions to be put forward. Courtney Edwards says, got to give Senator some credit. He's a relatively, come on. You know, remember him did say a long time that Jamaica is a failing state? You remember? He would have had data from back then. He would have recognized trends by back then. And if I'm going to criticize something back then, years ago, think when me reached to the position of influence, me would have a solution long in place. So I don't care which position. He's been in the Senate from how long? He's been in the seat of power and authority for long, long. And now you're coming to tell me at the end of the year that we had a 34% increase in the first 6 months in importation. How you get to import things? You have to get license and permit. What kind of things are coming if it's not growing the economy and growing the productivity of the country? Do we need all of them things there that is being imported versus this 2.3% export? How you facilitate it? Is your industry, is your sector, is for your duty? Liz Truss, hello. So yeah, we give him some credit, but we're taking it right back. He points out what's wrong, and then he went on to say how he, as a minister, was planning to address it, where to partner and invited the business community. But if you're going to invite me to partner, tell me how. I must come there with this. I must come with the solutions to tell you what I want, and then you tell me you can't facilitate those because it's outside of your purview. So just tell me what the plan is. You're the minister. You're the person with the power and the authority. Anyway, Millicent says, important less. Jamaica has the means to be more sufficient. Yes, we can be more sufficient. Courtney says, one way I suggest that we can begin to deal with this problem is by giving incentives to importers to also export. But I don't think that the importers are exporting. You think so? And the truth is, if they were to factor all that money that come into the tourism sector, that gets sent back to the other countries that own and operate our hotels, the majority of the hotels. I wonder if we could just label those as export and then things would look better, because we sure would look better, with all the money that they make within the tourism sector. I want to know how much of it goes out and whether or not we couldn't tap that in as export and make the figures look. Is voodoo economics that? Probably is voodoo economics. But for a moment, it sounded like something we could do. Millicent says data used to look at situations and come up with changes. Yep, that's what we used to use it for. Jody says you're right. More bench warmers who aren't up to the job. Create strategies and tactics for long, medium, and short-term solutions. Yes, and come and share it. Make us talk about it. Have 4 people still on YouTube, as they would say, but I still don't see it, you know. Export taxes raise revenue. Yes, they should have raised the import taxes. Would I get more money? Sandra Sterling, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I was just about to talk about you. They said not to talk about people behind them back, but I was quite content to talk about you behind them back. Guys, Sandy, my Betsy, her grandma passed last week. You know, she's spoken about her grandma in the past for so many, and I mean, she'll tell you about things that her grandma did, who raised her, and it was just always so fabulous. Her grandma was 102 with all her faculties about her when she passed. So, Sandy, from your family here, we offer deepest condolences and comfort. We are comforted that your grandma lived a good life, that your grandma lived a long life, and that there's so many that benefited from her upbringing and how she managed to influence and impact you. And you know, just certainly we celebrate the life with you. We're offering condolences, but the truth is that we're celebrating a life that was well lived, that inculcated within you and within her wider community. What the community name again? Rat Trap, down in Westmoreland. Such good principles. Sorry, I never did learn how to do the jerk pork, because I'm sure your grandmother have some secret recipe for a good jerk pork down there. But condolences, girl. So Sandy says, good morning. Hi, Betsy. You are all by your nose. Yes. Great to see you. You are doing awesome. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, Sandy, for the reassurance. Yeah, we're doing good. I thank you so much. Love that. George Brown says condolences, Sandra. Peter Gay says, condolences, Sandra Sterling. Yeah. Anissa Linda says, good morning, Dr. Dan. I think the household barrels sent added to the import figures. No, when you send a liquor barrel come down here, you're going to add that to your import. So it's more, so it's telling me, and I will read this all kind of ways, sorry, because I can't help this. And he said, I will come back to you on that barrel story. Remind me to come back to it. Johnny says, Sandy, send their condolences. Dr. Johnny says, condolences. Anissa says, condolences, Sandra. And we all send our love and condolences. Yeah, we know it hurt. When you lose a loved one, it always hurt, regardless of how old or how long they've lived. It always seemed like they just seem to have gone too soon. But we have to look fondly back at the memories, you know, the experiences and the love. So life go. What to do? Yes, Sandy, cause yourself condolences to Sandra and family. Yes. Yes, Sandy, condolences, my dear. So that's what I was going to talk about it. So you just turn up in time. I remember I still have an hour to go. I'm going to drink some more water. But remember that in the last 15 minutes, I will take your birthday wishes and well wishes and all of that. So let me get to the other piece of news, because we think we have 2 more pieces of news in Jamaica. So that one was the export. What a way them shoot another policeman in a Jamaica. Within a week, 2 policemen murdered in Jamaica. Lord have mercy upon we down here. It's not cute. Him on foot patrol somewhere in Kingston in a night. I try to protect people and they shoot him. Shoot him dead. Dead as meat. So again, we have to offer condolences. Condolences to the Jamaica Constabulary Force on the loss of 2 of their colleagues in such short order, both murdered. Condolence to their immediate family members. Condolence to every Jamaican who live here, who really care, who like me lamenting how safe we're not, how unprecedented the level of criminality has become. How scary do you feel? I mean, not everybody feels scared, but me well afraid. Me not hide and tell you no. Sometimes me well afraid. Me put on brave face, but me I tell you, sometimes me well afraid. Because you can imagine you go to a little party and come home at night and just a book. So, don't nobody know. The policeman a patrol, he might do his own work. He just a do his own work, a patrol, foot patrol, and then just shooting so dead. I mean, I know. We have to consider very many things. It's scary. Anissa says, oh yes, Anissa, may I go back to that for a minute? So sure. Our condolences to Sandra and her family, says Carsley. And Gavin, blessings. Good to see you and hear you. You should have come earlier because we'd have talked about voodoo economics. I'm sure you'd have a word or two about the voodoo business. But guys, let me go now as I express my own lamentation about the rise of criminality and crime in Jamaica and read for you. The headline says US $100 million investment. Resort style housing, residential and commercial complex for Hip Strip. That one place on a Montego Bay then called Hip Strip. I think it's a section that is near the waterfront downtown Mobile, near where I think Pelican, around that road there, I think is what them call it. Anyway, let me read for now. Montego Bay Resorts Development Limited on Friday broke ground for a US $100 million complex, which will feature luxurious mixed resort style living, along with residential and commercial spaces on the famous Hip Strip of this tourist resort city. Kind of sound like Palmyra. And remember when Palmyra did a bill? It's the same concept. Palmyra resort, luxurious, 7-star, 10-star, or 20-star, with residential options. So people buy condos within the complex, but a portion of it is used for hotel, and it still continues. It's under the Joel Grand brand now. Anyway, so this is one new one down in one other part of Mobile. The development, which is expected to be completed in 48 months, how much year that, is a joint venture between C&H Property Development Company and Money Masters Real Estate and Infrastructure Investment. Money Masters. Who are Money Masters? Claudette Crooks. I remember Money Masters, it have one like a mix up on. I remember. Anyway, so it will generate 300 jobs during the construction. It will consist of phase one will see the development of 30 units consisting of 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom suites, a loft unit, as well as two 1,075 square foot penthouse units. Phases 2, 3, and 4 will each include residential and commercial space. Each tower, I wonder how much tower, will comprise two same things, studios, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom, as well as approximately 10,000 square feet of commercial space. Each phase will be completed separately, with the primary focus currently being on phase one. I would think so. You'd start with phase one. Developers are targeting residents and investors wishing to reside in a luxurious atmosphere, I suppose, benefiting from the seclusion of resort-like living, while having easy and hassle-free access to the finest amenities, including restaurants, a spa. It sounds just like it. Palmyra, gym, tennis, badminton courts, putting green, swimming pools, along with iconic beaches. Nice. So, delivering the keynote address at the groundbreaking ceremony, Tourism Minister Edmund Barland said rampant violence was strangling the country and serving to undermine the confidence of investors. Let me tell you, everybody wake up. You want to say? Delivering the keynote speaking, Tourism Minister said rampant violence was strangling the country and serving to undermine the confidence of investors. And so I went to skip because I want to get to this other part, just in the interest of the time. What I can say to you is that this administration is satisfied that Montego Bay has the potential for transformation into a resort town development, the likeness of which does not exist anywhere in the America, he said. So that's an excellent note to end on. But he says earlier, I really hate to say it, but I have to say it, quote, because this confidence that we are seeing in business is being deeply undermined by the antisocial behavior of our people. It's not an easy call for a tourism minister to market with these issues. It is not an easy call for an investment minister to bring investment with these issues. And quote, the crime issues are not foreign issues. These are local issues generated by our people. And it is our responsibility, not one man's responsibility, not an agency's responsibility, not even government's only responsibility. It is a nation's responsibility. It is our responsibility, brothers and sisters, to stem this tide of lawlessness and insecurity that is facing us. End of quote. I really had to read this, this I like, really no. The crime, like everybody wake up. The crime issue is impacting investment. You tell me only 300 people going to be employed during the construction phase over a 4-year period. All right, anyway. Okay. Yes, it's a good look. It's not a good look. No, it's not a good look for Jamaica, says Millicent. Millicent, are developers local? Well, based on what they show us, yes, it seemed to be a local company. I don't know what business they're in to generate 100 million US dollars investment. So I don't know where the investment money coming from, but it would seem like it's a local company doing it. Joni says, oh, she have to run, them calling her. She watch later. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks for the assurance that I'm doing good. If the crime wave gets much bigger, these real estate projects are just described will eventually fail, says Markey. True. Sandra Sterling say, thank you, Betsy. Thank you for those comforting, love, supporting, and warm words. To all, I said thank you for your love and kind words. I love and appreciate you all. I have not cried yet. It's hard, even though she lived a long life. It's deeply heartbreaking. Of course it is. Rest in heaven, Mama. I love you more than words can express. Once again, thank you all. Sunday is what we do. We're family. We all family here. Jesse says condolences to Sandy and family. Yes, condolences indeed. And Sandy says the picture of my profile is Mama, just in case someone is wondering. Okay. So see, if we click on our thing, and we see our grandmother. And Sandy saying, thanks to Peter Gage. Thanking everybody. Yes, Sandy, you just walk and I thank everybody. People, it's not easy, really, really not easy today at all. Wait, heads up, how come somebody did beat you to saying hello this morning? So one to think, is it my responsibility and your responsibility to deal with this crime issue? When the minister talks about lawlessness, is there any way to monitor and assess and evaluate or enforce lawlessness, or to stem lawlessness? No, we don't want to enforce lawlessness, but how do we stem it? Whose responsibility is that? Are there policies and processes in it? As we talk about lawlessness, anybody did say that after where the Integrity Commission was lamenting all kind of lawlessness, and then the Integrity Commission had an article about a minister, Samuda, and that the minister say is damn foolish, him just rubbish the report. This is the Integrity Commission report. and you just declare it as rubbish because it's still news, because it was 4 years ago. They're responding to something that they investigated. They bring a report to the government offices, and is this lawlessness? And because something was done wrong 4 years ago or 5 years ago, we can't talk about it. They ought not, the Integrity Commission ought not to speak about it. I wondered whether or not that was lawlessness, or that kind of an attitude is a good example for a government official to be exhibiting. I don't know. If it was me, I would have probably used the opportunity to apologize again rather than, get defensive and arrogant about it. What you do? Me not apologize again. Me not just say again it was just a lack of a terrible oversight and something that should not have happened. I have done the right after I did A, B, C, or D, but I don't know that I'd get arrogant unless you kind of feel a sense of entitlement, like how dare you kind of thing, you know. I don't know. I drink some more water. I try hard to drink more water, and it's hot today. I try hard not to put the syrup in it. Me not tell no lie. It tastes better with little syrup in it. Ah, boy. Peter Gay said, I am waiting for the outcome. There has been too many subpoenas and unprecedented. Yeah, oh, Trump, yes, we've been doing that already. Um, now me reach back so far up. Okay, crime is something we have to start with kids in school. Yep. Conflict resolution training, civics, yes, Mark. Also, we have to mount education campaign. Who are the we? When you say that we have to mount these education campaign, it's all hands on deck. But who are the we? And who initiates this? How far we now no money for students have no productivity in our country? We can only export $1.3 billion worth in 1 year versus importation of 6 point odd. So who is the we? Where the money is? Also, we have to mount education campaign to fight on lawlessness mentality. It's all hands on deck. Agree with you. Agree with you. Millicent says for each big development area, there should be some investment for housing in the general area for locals by the investment companies. That is, yes, especially the big hotel. Then when them come and them fling down them 300 room hotel and them have to get workers in there. What them put in for the workers? What kind of accommodation on a piece of 5 acre land up in a country then could have built some apartments, some condos, some little cheap version so that the people them can live a little better and just raise the mentality, raise the mentality. When you look all up at flankers there, when everybody have them look house, what if they wants to say, all right, 6 people, we're gonna lick down for no house, but we're gonna build up some condos right up here so we overlook the beach and we put up 100 room, 1 bedroom house. Lick down 6 or 10, lick down 10 of them like how you lick them down at Clifton and build up something that's enough to house more people and the same workers. I think the attitude will be different. The outlook will be different for these people. We know all barbaric, I would like the good life. To me, like the good life. Still like liquor syrup in my water. Yes. Oh, this now. Believe it. Yes. Yes, me agree with you, Millicent. Me tell you, Millicent, me that make a minister in my government. Courtney Edwards says, believe it or not, the current lawlessness and crime wave affecting Jamaica is a case of chicken coming home to the roost. Oh, well, it's chicken coming home to the roost, not the roots, Edward, Courtney. It began when a breakdown in our education system. Yep. Short-term plan should be a collective responsibility of all Jamaicans, but long-term plan should be fixing the education system. Yeah, we need long-term plan. I agree with you on that. Put a little syrup, Betsy. It will taste like sparkling water without the fizz. Exactly. I'll run, go downstairs, go get the syrup. Let me tell you, man. Yes, Dr. D, I agree with you, says Jesse. Peter Gay says, also include the parents. Most are living what they learned. True. Faye Hughes wishes Sandy's sincere condolences on her loss. Let me tell you about living what what they learn. Did you see that video of a little boy in his scamming voice? The little boy was probably about, I wonder if they're going to lock me up because they talk about scamming. Because we have one new rule down here, no scamming from radio, no song, no sing we talk, but we not sing no song. So let them make sure that they know I am speaking, not singing. So the little boy in his scamming accent, and he's saying, thank you, lady, $1,000 for you this auto, and $2,000 for your Mercedes Benz, and I'm going to ask my manager to speak with you later. Thank you so much, ma'am. And he hung up. This is a little boy, not more than 10. I'm gonna look for the video if I can find it. Or if somebody can send it, can give me a posting or something, make me show you. There is this little boy in uniform, lean up against in him khaki clothes, no more than 10. And they are recording him going through in scam routine. I think children live what they learn, unfortunately. Then the other piece of video that I saw early this morning that really had me. What happened to my YouTube people? I only have 2. Hello, YouTube, please engage. We had 5 and then we only have 2. Where are you? Hello, them Heslop, where are you? So on a company show, and because you know Celia and Michelle on go to somebody, Depani. Where is the love? Where is the love? So the other video now. Here is a video that is purported. There's a fight where some young men seem to be attacking a group of school boys. And let me tell you, the schoolboy that never ran for lay down. There was something that said the Republic of Montego Bay. I don't know where that is, if it's really Montego Bay. But let me tell you, the boy them grab some stone and some stick and them administer some return lick in the fight. People live what they learn. But so it is. Courtney says all Jamaicans can get involved in exporting. I have imported sea moss and roots from local Jamaicans many times over the past 6 months. By the way, you don't need a sugar. Courtney, what you really says? I mean, I need liquor syrup in my water. Oh. Millicent says, add lemon or lime to your water. It's very refreshing. Yes, but I mean, I have no lemon. Oh, I have one lemon in my freezer now. Usually I grate it in the water and I drink it, but I try hard to just drink pure water. So let me just finish the 1 bottle without no lime or lemon or syrup, liquor anchor, strawberry syrup. Best. Yes. Sea moss and roots. What is roots? What kind of roots? Why do you import root? Why do you order roots? What kind of roots? Marky, one thing our leaders should do is admit that we need foreign help in areas like managing a police force. Marky, then say they can manage me there. They say they can manage it. That's right. No sugar, lemon, lime and mint. Just for today, just for this morning. I don't promise to be faithful all day on it, but just to be right here. Jude said, Dr. Diana, the caption, read the video with the boys, said that they were trying to rob the school children. So they fought back. Nice. Well, so unfortunate that we have to see such public display of indiscipline. So then did I try rob them and then fight them back? Poetic justice. Look like them fight back, a good fight. I hope the principal nobody try the poor boy them for misbehavior. But it must be hard as a child, as a young adult, being subjected to this constant talk about robbery. Did Una see me post on Facebook where me go to a particular PTA meeting? And I know in the goodness of my heart, because it's a big auditorium, I'm walking up and down so I can engage the different people. from one area of the auditorium, the front of the auditorium to the back of the auditorium. Do you know, see me post? And can I tell you, usually I would have left my phone in my car. I make a habit of it. Me have one good Samsung phone, and me try to keep my phone as safe as possible for me can't afford them. But this is one time when me think say me have to go set up one GoFundMe because me need to buy back on phone. So I put on my phone because I expecting my daughter to call. I expecting somebody else to call. So I said, let me put it here and I will hear it. No, I put it, I'm at a desk at the side of the thing. And parents come in and students, some students are there as well, and teachers come. Teachers sit on the other side, so my phone was over that side. And can owner believe me, Agatha Rebecca, that somebody thief my phone when the meeting finished and I am gathering back my stuff and I pick up my bag and I look for around and say, wait on my phone. So I check the bag to see me drop the phone in there. No phone in my bag. I had the phone out and I remember. And somebody said, yes, Dana, the phone was on the desk. It's true, you had left it right there on the desk. And somebody come and sit down around the desk, or walk past the desk and take my phone. Let me tell you, me was mad. Me was disappointed. Me was frustrated. Me was disappointed because I was at a PTA meeting when it happened. Me was disappointed because me in Jamaica. Me was disappointed that they could have thief your phone. You know how you feel when they thief your phone? I know even so much the value of the phone, but yes, the value of the phone too. But the sitting them with the on your phone where you can't go get back. The conversations that you have, my messages from a picnic them where I said, Mommy, love you and all of that, from back up the WhatsApp sitting. So now I have to start back up everything. Yes, me find the 1 and 2 picture them, but let me tell you, it hurt me. It hurt me that I was in Jamaica in a school space and then teach my phone. And now I have to go set up GoFundMe if you go buy one other phone. So me go down a flow. Me call flow. When me finally come to my senses, me say, oh, but me can't track it. By the time I reach home on my yard and put on the tracker sitting, cannot be found, can't locate. It bring up Jamaica, last place, and then that's it. Gone off of the grid. Like man gone undercover. All right, I say, all right, all can be lost. Tomorrow, let me call Flo. Of course, Flo now have nobody who sensible at that hour of the night to help me. So I say next morning, maybe go Flo. So I call a friend and I say, boy, me really, and say, I want a little cheap phone, carry this. So I get the little cheap phone and I go down here and tell you the real cheap phone. But me glad for small mercies. And I take the little phone and I go down a flow and we said to them, I lost my phone. Can you track it down? Because I have the IMEI number, which is that number where nobody can change. Then tell me, say, because we never buy the phone from them, then can't track it. We give them the phone distinctive number so that them can block the number and nobody will use that number on their network. So I figure, so you might as well render it useless. I said, no, we never buy it from them. So them don't have the IMEI number. But I said, but I have it. I can give it to you. It's right here. I have the number. They can't help me because I didn't buy the phone from them. So I said, had I bought the phone from you, you would have been able to block the IMEI, block it by using the IMEI number, but you can't block it because I never buy the phone from you. Well, so much for life in Jamaica. All right, so phone no block. So then thief my phone. Be quite disappointed. All right, me say, well, I want to get back my phone number. Them say usually take 3 to 5 days to get a SIM card. Me laugh, me say, but not today though. They say, no, let me check if there's a supervisor in, we can get it back within 2 hours or so. Me say check because me did walk with my thermos and my 2 hard crackers to stay the whole day and whole week and whole weekend if me needed to. So me sit down and smile and nod, and the supervisor was there, and within an hour or a little bit over an hour, I had an excellent dialogue with the agent that was serving me and her supervisor, and me get back my SIM card, put it in on my little phone, and me was able to retrieve from Google, thanks to the technology, was able to retrieve back some of the information. But me want one phone we good. Me want one good phone. Me save me little 2 pence them and me buy myself one good phone in America. Me pay for get the phone unlock America so me can use it when me in America. Me can use it when me come to Jamaica. And some little crabby, a long time I don't use that word. Some little crabby thief me phone. What kind of example am I send for them picnic? Children learn what they live. Children live what they learn. So when people come to say that the children are indisciplined, or them thief pencil, or them thief pen, or them thief things, what were you thief? What have you taken that don't belong to you? Or when the penny then come home with a pencil, you know, say me go home with one pencil, me little bit, me never go with none. For my mother make me care about go school, and she probably go follow me go school with it. Me not run them risk there. Make good phone. So when I tell me how to set up a GoFundMe, because me go no Zelle number, me go no me go fund me. Me buy back my phone, me want one good phone. So the other thing about the phone them now, I hear that they have a new phone system that is called a eSIM, where you know actually get one something put in the phone is an electronic SIM. So the phone itself have the SIM, and you can have must your 2 number assigned or more than that assigned to the one phone. Me like that. Because no, if them thief that, one thing said in Jamaica they were able to thief it and use it. One thing. Or the phone does ascribe to me as my own. Me have to go look into that a little bit more. But me tell them it was very vexed. Very, very vexed. Very vexed. Yes, Miss Diana, some of these Jamaican crime problems also plaguing well-resourced American cities like Chicago. Really, Mark? There is no easy solution. It goes to values, it goes to family, it goes to consistency of effort, Mark, to address anything. If you want to go, you have to start early and you have to be consistent with it. You can't just up in one response and then not after that and then one other response. You have to be consistent. Courtney Edwards, I don't know what that comment, I can't see it. Anisha Linda says that's very bad while at a PTA meeting. I don't know what PTA mean. Parent Teachers Association meeting. PTA meeting. Lawson says, yes, I saw your post that someone had the unmitigated goal to take your phone in that atmosphere. Let me tell you, Wilkinson, that I like that. Unmitigated goal. Yes. How dare them? Courtney Edwards, I laugh. Not GoFundMe. You see how them ever set up GoFundMe. The other dad need phone stolen, help her replace. Help her update. Sandra says, and no one saw the person take the phone. No, that is so bad. How could someone rob Betsy? I know. Karma is your justice. Well, let me tell you, sometimes justice need a little hand to hasten it. But I understand what you're saying, Sandy. Jesse, yes, it starts from when you are small. I feel for you. I know a situation bad out there. Bad man. Don't worry, Betsy, your new phone will be better. I hope. I know it's going to be better. I had a S20 FE something. So now I hear that they're up to the S22. And that one can use the eSIM. So I'm going to... yeah, the one marking down at Chicago. No? Remember, any adult can be a parent, even thief. And any parent can be anything, right? Such a pity. But let me tell you, I really felt pained. I felt violated. I was enraged. One idiot friend of mine, him sent me a message saying, think me did a right, say, me engage. So he did a quick write back for ask her what that. Oh God, me have to remind him, but me married, remember? He said, oh, sure. You know, the boy the right in my head. What in thought me saying me engage and I said quick what that. Nobody didn't tell him. My friend saying it, I said nobody didn't ask him. Oh gosh. So that really put my week into a little rut. I was really feeling disappointed. I felt abused. I felt like this is the last straw. You know, you feel like, you know, if this, what next at a PTA meeting, you know, if then do this to me, then what then do to others? Panic desk, panic good decks. Yeah? And you just take it so and no sign of you. And if you even take it inadvertently because you did think of you and I'm mixed up, and when you find out, care back a school again principal now, the next morning, I just care back your phone, man. Junk. Sure. Anyway, we move on. So I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe to buy a phone as soon as I figure out how to do it. All right, guys. So we must can find some good news for talk about. We cannot all be so sad, and I don't want you to leave on that sad note. A true indeed promise Michelle one good phone, but she didn't get no phone. Lorna Hamilton Blackwood said I remember that Leo did promise you a good phone. Indeed promised one phone one time, but indeed promised Michelle one phone before that. And he never gave her no good phone. I don't know if she did ever get one phone. Me not go wait for that though, Lorna. me not think me go wait for that. Even if he did promise me, not think me go wait for that. I think me have to go help myself. But if he come around to it one day and say he might go buy one phone, so be it. But me not go wait for that. Me I go on with the little phone and me get still, you know, me not want to be ungrateful because it really allow me to put the SIM card in it. And the damn of it is that when you have the old phone, they will always give them away. When you upgrade, you know, you give away phone so that somebody else can have a little upgrade. I think they might have one old one somewhere, and I'm gonna try to see me dig it. But then they have them a phone, you know, where it have to depend 5G now and the 2G phone them now work. I think that phone I want 2G, we're gonna need one upgrade. I don't know. It's too slow, yeah, man. You don't have enough speed, you don't have enough memory pan or whatever. So it kind of slow. But I'm still grateful, you know, me not and I me thank them for it. Because they help me and I help me, I may use it, you know, nice and good. So when I upgrade it, we can give that to somebody else and we can wait, someone drop down on my picture. Or we can probably get, you know, we can keep it as an emergency phone. That's what. Yep. Patricia Banchi has scratched your head. Yeah, scratch your head. Hush me there. Side, people are so inconsiderate. People are so thief. Wrong. Inconsiderate, they're insensitive, they're unkind, and they're thief. But the good thing is that it's just a few people are like that, the minority. The unfortunate thing is that them always seem to steal the show when they're wrongdoing. But we're not gonna make that cause us not to be good or make us become cynical. Because it's hard not to become cynical, but we're not gonna make we become cynical. Jamaica land we still love, despite all these challenges, despite the fact say we import more than we export, despite the fact say we never spend enough time to have a next plan. But what to do? Want to tell me who I have birthday? They make me get to that. Let me get to that. Oh, wait there. In a Facebook, we usually find some people who have birthday. Yes. Oh, somebody managed to come on and say tourism minister Laments. Oh, I never know that. Anybody have birthday out there? Wanna tell me, make me say hello to now. Norman Horn, Garnet, Pepper Bailey have birthday today. These are some of my Facebook contacts who I'm seeing having birthday. Andrea Godfrey, Grace Burnett. Oh, Grace. What Grace's name before she named Burnett again? She went to Clarendon College. Oh my gosh. Grace. Oh my gosh. And she's a real sweetheart. So she's having a birthday today. Clarendon College peeps wishing you happy birthday, Grace. Andrea, happy birthday to you too. Um, Garnet Bailey, happy birthday. Hope that you have a great day. John Scott, my neighbor, he had a birthday on the 20th. That's 2 days ago. Hey, John, Robert Winter, and Renee Rattray, Dr. Renee Rattray, she had a birthday 2 days ago as well. And then there's this comedian guy. Yesterday was his birthday, Paul Campbell. When you remember Paul Campbell, him always was some bad man. And one of my church sisters and my friend, Michelle Leiber, she had a birthday yesterday. Michelle, I hope that you had a great day, that you will continue to enjoy God's richest blessings. And for all other people them who have birthday, hello, we want to wish you all the best. How me get back to where me was now that me take myself and come all the way around here. So guys, tell me anybody is having birthday. Let me try and find back my site that I was at with Uno. If not, we might have to go to YouTube videos. Oh, I'm back here. Then where other people am? Except those in the middle class just where are my messages? So it's a live chat. Okay. Where are the people who are so okay. People are so inconsiderate. Oh, nobody have no birthday, nobody have nothing to say about no birthday. Only me one announce of people birthday. Guys, hello. I know that Dr. Jody's father had a birthday or having a birthday next week. Okay, the 28th, I think she had said that the birthday is going to be. Lawton says, my sister-in-law, Sandra, had a birthday yesterday. Ooh, and also celebrated wedding anniversary. Really? Look here, me no want no man married to me upon my birthday. That not even right. Me no want no man married to me upon Christmas. Me no want none of that. So I'm married upon my birthday. So it's my birthday. So how much present me get? Me not run them risk there. So when I got married, my birthday is the 10th of April. I got married on the 6th because me must get my 2 present. Wedding anniversary present separate from Christmas, from birthday present. Me no want no such thing. Lawton, your sister-in-law, yes, it was her choice. But me think she look back now and she much more present she could have did get. Me no want no such mix up. 2 separate days, Christmas and birthday. Separate birthday present, separate. Then Sunday you would have really want to get married for your birthday. What kind of thing that I get married on Christmas? Then they come with 1 present and tell you say happy birthday, Merry Christmas, happy anniversary, happy birthday. 2 presents. And nobody tell me say you can still give me 2 presents. If them can give me 2 presents on one day, then could I give me 4 presents then? Me 1 separate present. Me no want nobody carry the car come and say happy anniversary with the car and happy birthday, same car. Gotta be different. You get Lawton says I gave them 2 cards, 2 separate cards. All right, 1 for birthday and 1 for anniversary. All right. I hope you give them gift cards so they can go out to dinner, and shopping cards separate for the sister-in-law so she can go shop her own business. Me no want nobody mix up the card them either. So if you're not going to give me cards, me want card for shopping separate from the dinner card. So if I give me card for the Cheesecake Factory, nobody thinks that have nothing to do with my card for Macy's. Me keep things separate, different business, different A class, B class. Lawton says I give them 2 cards. Sandy said, we're lucky sometimes if they remember. Well, Sandy, you forget once, you not forget twice. Not forget twice. because Shaplock. Lawton says yes. Patricia says, have a great day, Dr. Dano. A good super something is gonna hook you up with the phone you deserve. All right, fine. So, all right, Patricia, may I go wait. Walk good. You did a good job today. Thank you very much. I really try. I didn't want to let everybody down, and I would have felt like I would have been a letdown. So I figured out how to get on. I understand the challenges. Michelle's mind is out of it, and understandably so. When your mom, when anything wrong with your mother, you when anything wrong with your pitney, and when anything wrong with your mother, these are just emotions that I can't even talk of. You just have to do what you have to do. So I understand fully. And then Leonor, I'm not so sure I understand thing plight because him no same there Jamaica. Him no said the show start at a particular time. He no make sure said before he align himself with proper internet service so that he can be on. So me not so sure me understand, but it's a matter that could have been addressed because you just need to be proactive. You might kind of behave like government. You need to be more proactive when it comes to things like these. So many people are relying on you. So I had to take this one alone for the team. But it was my pleasure. I quite enjoyed it. I saw that Dr. Jody wasn't available because I know she would have joined if she was, but she out on consultation, making a little money. So she probably make a little money if you contribute to the GoFundMe phone. But Dr. Jody, I know you would have joined, and thank you guys for really being here. Thanks, Pat, for telling that I did a good job. I really appreciate it. Betsy wrote on the chat about my son's birthday. Can you see it? No, I never see it. All right, when is his birthday? Betsy, you're funny. No, I'm gonna see it. Sandy, and I didn't overlook anything. I have all my live chat up. So tell me a little bit about the birthday because I didn't see it. When was his birthday or when is his birthday? Which one are your sons? You've got like only one son you have. So Millicent Gardner say Leo chilling and I did would laugh. Let me tell you, we want to find out where him there, what him doing because it's not going to be cute. It really not cute. Him horse big time. Faye says you did an awesome job. Thank you so much, Faye. Thank you. I appreciate the comment, the assurance. I think you should not pay Leo. Lord, I will tell the truth, it costs me fine too. But the truth of the matter is that we're not gonna pay neither. But I think we could have blocked him. Probably we should have blocked him. No, but we need him because invoice of insanity is is helpful sometimes. But we kind of miss him. Oh, so Sandra says my son Emmanuel's birthday was October 16. He turned 28. Ooh, and grandma died the next day. Grandma died on the 17th. Well, my late mom's birthday was October 18th. That would have been her birthday. Oh, Michelle joined. Michelle says, great job, Dr. Diana. Michelle, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, we're happy to see you taking a peep in. How is Auntie? Oh, Auntie, your mommy. How is she doing? Give her all love. Tell her that we're all praying for her. We're praying for you too. We're praying that you will have the strength. We're praying for her speedy recovery. We're praying that the doctors will come into them own and just treat her and everything will be fine. So thank you so much, Misha. I really appreciate you dropping in to say great job. Jesse Smith says, a second, you did a job all by yourself. I second that you did. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, Jessie. She's second in the motion. Wasn't there a song about I second that emotion? I remember it, but I'm gonna really sing too hard. Peter Gay says, awesome job, Dr. D. Thank you very much. Thank you guys. You guys made it easier because assure me when me join, send me the join, but me never sure send me the join, but me did just have one. Patricia says, happy 20th birthday, Emmanuel. Many happy returns. Yes, that's for Sandy's Son, enjoy. I wonder what him up to. Sandy, what him up to? What did he do? How did he celebrate? Lawson says, as a one-woman team, you were awesome. You know, Lawson, perhaps we just me mad. But thank you very much. Betsy, as always, you are the best. No question about that. I love you. I love Unu too, and I love you too, Sandy. So good to have met you. Excellent job today. Well done. Thank you very much. But man, one them then of about taking make habit. Me like the company. So one time when company good. But great job, Dr. D. Blessings, Michelle says, Hesla. Thank you all very much. Guys, I know I probably quit in a little early, but I need more than just a plain water. I'm not telling you no, no life. I not think me can down the back of plain water at all. And then if me get up and go downstairs, who are going to run the show till me come back? So I thank you all for joining. I want to encourage those who have had birthdays this week, those who are having birthdays this week as well. We pray for them God's richest blessings. For those who have lost family members and friends, we pray for them as well. For those who have lost phones, we pray that they will be able to afford a new one. For all of us in Jamaica, we pray for a sense of stability, a ease up when it comes to the criminal activity. For those of us across the globe scattered from our homes, our home country, we pray that you'll be happy. We pray that God will tomorrow bless those students who will graduate from the Catholic College of Mandeville, that they will continue to be successful. For family members and friends who will come to support them, we pray that they too will have, safe journey, that they will feel a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment. That sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that I, as president, feel, when I look at the graduating class of master's and undergraduate level students as well. Looking forward to the guest speaker. The guest speaker is the provost from the International Institute on Restorative Practices. Restorative practices is something that we need now more than ever within our schools. So it's my pleasure, to have him come to Jamaica to visit. And it's going to be a pleasure to hear him speak as well to the class. For the VP from St. Mary's University in Minnesota, who's visiting as well, as part of our collaboration, Brother Robert, looking forward to seeing the rest of the crew. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for spending the time with me. I'm jumping off early, but you will understand. I want liquor syrup in the water. So God bless you all. Take care. Judge says, always a pleasure, Dr. Diana. It was my pleasure. The truth is, it was indeed a pleasure being here. I enjoyed it. I didn't feel alone, I must confess. I see myself alone on the screen, but that's as far as it went. But just the mere fact that you guys were there and engaged me throughout it and encouraged me too. I thank you so much. And there was a lot to talk about today. So walk good. Love you. God bless. Take care. Now we need to figure out how to end it. God bless you all. Boy, how to end it now. Because we can't just. Oh, I'll have up the wrong name. When I couldn't tell me, say I did have my name up wrong. Me should have rename it. Let me see how to rename it. Even if I last thing me do before me left here, make a rename it for me no name. So, this is how we should have been in. So, me have to go stay for another couple of minutes because me need to rename myself to Diana. When I couldn't tell me say wrong name, me have up there. So we're now going to finish the note on our wrong name. We're going to change the name and have up my right name. Yeah. Danny Davis Smith here. Thanking you very much for being here. And it was me all this time. We just never realized that my name did wrong. But it was great being here. Guys, well, good. Take care.